but God, I wanna feel again. Oh God, I wanna feel again.
Don't agree with the message. Don't agree with the methods. Don't let and last night like done. When was the last time you know?
Hi guys, I'm gonna do a video on I wanted to do it, but I was too much in my emotions, and it's been about 8 months now. I want to do a story time on the loss of my mom. It's like I really miss her a lot, and it's like crazy. So she had heart problems, and she went to the hospital, but she was fine, so it just was unexpected for me and stuff. Sorry. So yeah, so she was on dialysis, and she was feeling short of breath, and she wasn't feeling well, so she went to the hospital. But she was okay. She wasn't in dying mode. I would never think she would die. And we talked on the phone 3:30. I remember the same day she died, we talked on the phone and stuff. And at 3:30, we talked, and she said she was going to take dialysis in the hospital. And I said, okay, Mom, I'm gonna call you back after you're done with your dialysis, which will take maybe 3 hours. And so I called her. She went in at 3:30, and I think I called back at 6. I called back at 6 because I was checking on her a lot. I couldn't go at the hospital because I was with Connor, and of course, hospital and babies can't really go in the hospital like that. So she went to the hospital and said she was going to dialysis, and I called her phone just to check on her. After 3 hours, her phone keep ringing and ringing and ringing. I'm like, what? 3 hours and it's the phone keep ringing. And then I just keep calling. So finally I called Cedars-Sinai Hospital. I called the hospital, and they said, oh, your mom is in ICU, which was kind of normal for her, because her heart condition, and sometimes she will call herself passed out. I wouldn't they'll shock her heart, and that's kind of normal to be in ICU, to just make sure she's okay. So the doctor did not tell me that she died, and they had to shock her back. They didn't tell me that. They usually tell me that. And I know something was wrong, because the doctor told me, oh no, the nurses told me, we'll call you back. I guess they were trying to save her. And then she was like, oh, call me back around the nurses called me back 9 o'clock, literally 9 o'clock p.m., and told me, I'm sorry, but we've been trying to get your mom to come back for 20 minutes now, and she just can't. But it's just crazy, because we had spoke at 3:30. We spoke, and she was talking fine and this and that. And yeah, it makes me so angry. And then yeah, so they did that, and they couldn't get her back, and she died in Cedars-Sinai Hospital. But what hurts me is that I told my mom, I told her, I will call you back after you're done with your... She told me, okay, I didn't tell her I would call her back. She told me, Ashley, I will have to leave you now, because I'm going to dialysis. in the hospital. I'm going to dialysis. I'm going to take my dialysis. So I said, okay, Mom, I'm going to call you back later on to check on you. Like I said, I called the phone keep ringing, and I called the doctors and the nurses, and the nurses told me she was in ICU, but they never told me she died. They never told me that. From 9 o'clock, they told me she died. They could have been told me she died instead of waiting that long, you know? And what hurts me is just that, and then she told me something must be really wrong because they never keep me in the hospital for 5 days. They said they was going to release me on Friday, and they never did. So I guess they were just monitoring her to see if she was okay, but I guess her heart was too weak. And yeah. I'm still grieving over it. I still feel bad, but I know she made me feel strong because I know I could have been worse. I know I could have been worse because me and my mom was like close, like really close. And I know she making me strong because I will break down every day and cry because we were so close. When she go to dialysis, she come home at 11:30, and if I give her till 12 to come home. So if I don't see her home by 12, I'm calling her phone, and she calls me. And I call her, and she pick up the phone, you know. But this time she didn't pick up the phone. It's crazy. Yeah, damn. Yeah, so that's what happened. Like, I still didn't get no closure because they said it was the heart, but they said it was the heart went out, but she wasn't giving me no signs really of like dying, you know, because it's crazy. But you know, I guess. And you guys, like whoever would have lost, just know they're watching over you and they want you to do good and keep strong. I know my mom always told me, be strong, be strong. You don't want to end up like me, don't stress. So like I said, I leave everything up to God. I don't question it. I know she's in a better place and she was a good person. She's in heaven and she believed in God, and that's all that matters. And she's with my dad and her mom and her dad too and her brothers. So like I said, that's the end of the story time. Like and subscribe. Bye.